Please welcome Aya Abaidi with the speech, The Day They Lied to You.
Okay. Let's test your friendships. I want you to think of your 5 closest friends. Now, imagine who you'd call at 3 a.m. if you were stranded in the middle of nowhere. Imagine facing a tough decision. Who's the person you'd ask for honest advice, even if it's not what you want to hear? Picture getting great news. Who's the person you'd go for who genuinely supports you without a trace of envy? Did your list shrink? Good. Now we're getting somewhere. Today I want to talk about something we all know but rarely talk about, which is the difference between real friends and friendly faces. Sounds simple, right? But when you're in high school, where everyone seems friendly and social on the outside, it can get pretty confusing. And it's easy to get caught up in thinking, the more people I know, the more friends I have, right? Well, not exactly. Let me take you back to my own experience with this. I've moved schools a couple of times. And what I've noticed is how easy it is to be surrounded by people, yet still feel like you're disconnected. When I first transferred to my previous school, everyone was super welcoming. And I felt like I was making so many friends right away. But as the months went on, I started to realize something. That even though I was always with a crowd, going to lunches with different groups, and hanging out after school, I still felt alone. It was like I was a part of something, but not really a part of it. Have you ever felt that way?
Yeah, cool.
Now, in a way, we're all experts at recognizing the difference. Think about it. A friendly face is easy to spot. They're those people who chat with you between classes. They'll comment on your Instagram picture. But outside the 7 a.m. to 2 p.m., they're not around. And it's not necessarily that they're bad people, they're just surface level connections. I had all these friendly faces around me, people who would say hey in the hallways. They might know your favorite color or that you're stressed about a test, but when I needed someone to talk to and someone to really lean on, they weren't around. And that's when I started to think about what it means to have real friends and not just a long list of contacts in your phone. There's another layer to this that I want to highlight, which is vulnerability. Let me ask you, when was the last time you were truly yourself in front of someone without worrying about how they might judge you? Real friends will stick around when you're stressed, confused, or even feeling low. And that's because deep down, you know that you can trust them with your unfiltered self. Now, imagine you were talking to a friend and you wanted to tell them about a problem you're having. It's an experience I've had. I was exhausted, I didn't feel like myself at all, and my grades were slipping, so I decided that I want to open up to one of my friends. At first, I was nervous, and I didn't even know how to bring it up. But the response I got was incredible. Not only did she listen, but she also shared her own struggles with me.
Okay.
And it made me realize that friendships also thrive, real friendships thrive on vulnerability. It's on those raw and honest moments that you realize who really cares. A real friend will tell you when your outfit isn't working, but they'll do it because they care and not because they're judging. A friendly face, they'll compliment you, even if you're wearing something that looks like you pulled it from a dumpster. Why? Because they don't care enough to be honest with you. And being around people that don't care enough to be truthful to you or in front of you, that's exhausting. So, how can you tell who's who? How can you tell who's a real friend? How can you tell who's a friendly face? Here's something I want you to try. Think about the time you messed up, a moment you were really struggling. Who noticed? Who checked in on you without waiting for you to ask? Who sat with you even if it wasn't the fun thing to do? That's a sign of a real friend. Let's flip it around. Imagine, are you someone they would feel comfortable with calling at midnight with a problem? If you can answer yes, then congratulations. You might have found a real friend. In high school especially, it can feel like friendships are about numbers and not depth. But as someone who's had to adapt to new places and faces, let me tell you that just because someone is physically present
starting to
doesn't
feel
mean they're going to
nervous.
be emotionally there for you.
I'm starting to get nervous.
I used to focus so much on being liked by everyone. I used to want to please everyone, say yes to everything and everyone. But I think we've all heard that real friendships are for life. It sounds cliche, but here's why it matters so much. Real friends are your foundation, even outside of high school. We're all in this room right now, but in a few years, we're going to be all over the place in different jobs, cities, and colleges. So imagine having friends you can count on no matter where you are, friends that can support you no matter where you are. So I want you to pause and think, who in your life genuinely supports you? Who will stick with you when you're stressed, confused, anytime in your life? And even if you have one real friend, you're luckier than you might think. Thank you.